Benedict, so you're playing Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Couch. Someone who's very conflicted in the feelings of how he's pursuing this case. Talk about your preparation for this role and who did you speak to? I'm sure there were a lot of things you couldn't get access to because government and stuff. But can you share a little bit about that?
No, for sure. But I had access to all I needed in meeting Stuart himself, and he was amenable, gentlemanly, courteous, incredibly helpful and honest about that whole extraordinary journey and emotional volte-face from wanting blood and then being brought to a realization that everything that he founds his belief on, from the law to the military to Christianity, and not necessarily in that order, was being undone by the actions at Guantanamo, and he couldn't, with any conviction, square his conscience. And so he stepped away. He did that extraordinary thing of giving up the case. And I was attracted to the role because of that journey. I mean, it's just a wonderful sort of thing to graph and to chart. And as far as preparation, I looked into a lot of what it is to be a Marine. I didn't go to boot camp. You might be surprised to hear. I didn't have the time. But I researched the book. I read about what was happening to the law at that time. I talked to Stuart himself, and he was, like I said, very forthcoming and informative with as what he's allowed to say about that time and his experience of it. But I think, for me, the most important thing is to sort of touch base with the emotional journey of a character. And when you have someone like Kevin at the helm, not to put all the pressure on his shoulders, but they're pretty broad when it comes to veracity and truth and investigative thoroughness and accuracy. So I didn't have to become a scholar on the subject. I just had to understand what it was to be that person in that position in that time.
Awesome. Shailene, in many ways,